Hello, hello, hello. Happy Monday. It's Motivational Monday. Although you may be watching this on replay and it's Tuesday, Wednesday, or any other day of the week. But this video is to film the new Motivational Monday talks for my YouTube channel, Gladness Official. So welcome, welcome, welcome. If you are tuning in for the first time, then hello. Welcome to my page. It's 2023. Is it too late to say Happy New Year? I don't think so. So Happy New Year to you too. If you're here for the first time, Happy New Year again. I am so excited for this year. I mean, it already feels like 2 or 3 months and it's only week, 3? I'm so excited to have started this new series called How to Transform Your Life. So the word that I had, the theme that I feel for this year is a year with a difference, or the year with a difference. So in this new series here, we are going to be discussing different strategies. I'm going to be sharing resources, tools, and ways in which you can transform your life to ensure that this year, 2023, is a different type of year. So last week we talked about identity. That was episode number 1. So if you haven't watched it, make sure you recap, because today's episode is really a continuation of that, and so will be all the other videos. So what are we talking about today, you may ask? Today we are looking at repetitive cycles. If you're going to have a different type of year, you cannot repeat your year. You cannot go through life the same way that you went through last year. Well, at least not negatively. So today I'm going to check my notes. I want us to discuss how to avoid repetitive cycles, or how to get rid of repetitive cycles. I mean, working with clients, even I myself was in that situation many years ago, that I kept repeating my year. Do you know what I mean? Every year it's like the same things happening, no growth, no development. You are just repeating the year, the same type of relationships, the same opportunities, nothing new. It's just a repeat year. Repeat cycles can also be in relationships. Now, this is a big one. This is a big one. If you've been following me for a while, you will know how I share my testimony of overcoming an abusive relationship, leaving a toxic and narcissistic relationship of 10 years. Why was it 10 years? I know it's such a long time. When I look back now, everything I know is because I was in a repetitive cycle. Right? I was in a repetitive cycle, but I overcame that and I came out of that by the grace of God. We thank God for that. That chapter is closed. So everything I'm teaching you, everything that I'm talking about is based on my experiences, based on my reading, my research that I have done on personal growth and personal development. So let's dive straight into this topic. It's a big topic to do in a short clip, in a short video, but I'm going to give it a go. And if anything is left that I feel we need to dive deeper in, we can do in the next video. So first of all, it's good to understand why. Why do repetitive cycles happen? Why is it that we're in this repetitive cycle? I'll explain. Most of the time it's because of decisions that we make. We're in repetitive cycles because of decisions that we make, and those decisions are made based on our identity, which is why last week we talked about identity, understanding who we are. That means looking at how we define ourselves, what we call ourselves. How we feel about ourselves determines our identity. So the reason you're making repetitive cycles is because the identity you hold is of a certain nature, is negative. You don't have confidence. You have limited belief about yourself. You don't think you are worthy of, a pay rise. You don't think you're worthy of a good job. You don't think you're worthy of an amazing relationship. So therefore, the decisions and everything that you do will be of that nature, of the same nature, based on your identity, which is why I said the number one rule, if you like, for transforming your life is working on your identity. So if you watch last week's video, You will understand how to do that. And this has an implication of your repetitive cycles. Okay, I hope that's clear. So I like to give examples because it's easier. So if you're going to change these repetitive cycles, one of the first things that you have to do is change your decisions. Change your decisions. It sounds simple, but it's a bit complex, because for you to change your decision, you need to do some reflective work. So you need to be intentional about making your decisions. In order for you to do that, it means that you need to have come to a place of acceptance. So the fact that you're even watching this video and you're wanting to learn about repetitive cycles, it's already a win. It's already a win, because you have acknowledged, right? So actually, let's call that number one. These are not in any particular order, but actually acknowledging that you're in repetitive cycles is one of the steps. Because once you acknowledge you're in a repetitive cycle and you're in acceptance of, okay, the same thing is happening again. I'm dating the same type of person. I'm not getting a pay rise. I'm getting the same kind of job offers, but I want more. So you recognizing that you're in a repetitive cycle is a great win already. It's a great step. So now you have to be reflective and think about why this is happening. Look at the people around you. So again, repetitive cycles also comes from your environment. Your decisions are based on what everybody else around you is thinking. What are you, who are you socializing with? What are the beliefs of those people around you? Because I was in a repetitive cycle of this toxic relationship, because everybody around me was in the same situation, or even maybe worse off, which made my situation seem not so bad. Because yes, I'm in an abusive relationship, financially, emotionally, but not physically. So I'm not getting, physical abuse. I'm not getting beaten up. So it made it seem like, oh, this is not so bad. So your environment, you're in repetitive cycle because of your environment. So for you to eliminate a repetitive cycle, you need to do some reflection. You need to look at your environment. You need to identify what is so similar, right? What is so similar every year? What decisions am I making every year? What thoughts are in my head every year for me to be in this repetitive cycle? So 2023 and beyond, I want to have a different kind of year. So I need to make a different type of decisions, okay, in order to not have a repeat year, right? In order not to have a repeat year. Now, it's not an easy task. I say it like it's simple, but it's not, because unfortunately, our minds, our brain is created to protect. Is created to protect. So the moment that you are trying to change your thoughts, you're trying to do something different, you tend to have this fear, like, oh my God, can I do this? This is strange, right? So your brain wants to protect you. So what do? You go back to thinking, okay, what is the normal thing? What is the comfortable thing? So for you to come out of this repetitive cycle, you have to come out of your comfort zone. You must come out of your comfort zone. It must feel so uncomfortable for you to have a change, right? You need to be so intentional about, okay, I want to make a change. This is what I normally do. I'm going to do the opposite. I'm going to do different, based on your goal and your ambition and what it is that you're trying to achieve. Okay, so I normally just apply for this type of job and this type of salary. I am going to ask for more. I'm going to, apply for a greater job. You have to obviously do the necessary work and development to be acceptable for that. But that comes from that decision being made, you taking different actions, doing the necessary work for you to have a different result. It has to feel uncomfortable. You're trying to change and transform your body. You're saying to yourself, I want to have this type of body. I'm feeling unhealthy. I'm feeling unfit, and I want to be fitter. what do? You say, okay, what are the patterns? I normally eat late, I normally overeat, I normally oversnack, I have too much sweets, too much alcohol, I have too much sugar. You make an intentional decision to do the opposite, to go to the gym, to cut the sugar, to not buy the snacks, right? So it will be uncomfortable, but you do have the willpower to do it. We all have the willpower to do it. But until you are intentional, until you have the belief, until you do the work to desire that change, and that's another thing. Some of us are wanting a change, but we don't desire it. When you desire it enough, you will have the willpower to make it work, to make it happen, to persevere and make that change. Speaking of gym, I had one of the biggest changes that I had to overcome last year, which was, again, exercise and going back to the gym. I was so comfortable after having 3 kids, I had the excuse of, oh, I'm just a mother, I don't have time. But last year I said, no, I'm making a decision to go back to the gym. It was so uncomfortable. The first time I went, it was so awkward, and it will feel awkward, and it's okay for it to feel awkward, right? It was so awkward, but I had to really tap into the desire and the why and the reason, because I do so much. I have so many businesses, I have so many projects. So then I said, well, I'm running out of energy. I'm not fit. I get tired, and I've got kids. So that why, the reason as to needing more energy, right? The reason as to wanting to look better for myself, for my desirable physique, helped me to persevere and do the transformation and keep going to the gym. And now I'm uncomfortable when I'm not at the gym for 3 times or at least 2 times a week. I then become uncomfortable. Why? Because I've created this new action and new pattern for myself. So it is not impossible to break these cycles, but you have to be intentional. You have to take new actions to break the repetitive cycles, and you have to come out of your comfort zone. Okay? As they say, there's a saying that goes, feel the fear and do it anyway. You have to be at that place of feeling the fear and doing it anyway. Because guess what? We were made to evolve. The opportunity is there for us. But society doesn't teach or encourage personal development until you get yourself in that network of people that are all about personal development. So the people you hang around with, the social, like my social site 5 years ago, did not have, not even 5 years ago, yes, 5 years ago, did not have a lot of motivational talks. Now, if I go to my social feed, I see people talking about improving themselves. So it encourages me. I see people talking about success, manifestation, and vision, and, achieving your life goals. So my feed is different. So not just physical environment, but your virtual environment. Now we have social media, we have Instagram, we have Facebook. So what you are seeing on a daily basis will determine your cycles. If what you're seeing is not for the identity that you're trying to transform. Because what happens is the identity is transformed by taking the different actions. When you start making new decisions, you come out of your comfort zone. You will transform your identity because you will become a new person. So you have to envision that person, accept that this is the person I'm trying to be, and your behavior changes. Eventually, your brain will get to know that, oh, things have changed. This person is now a different person. So your appetite for life, your choices, your appetite for food, your appetite for choices will all be different based on the new identity. Because we are created with the capacity of transforming our lives. But the unfortunate thing is not many of us actually take the courage and tenacity to pursue it. So are you going to be intentional this year about having a different type of year? If you are, then affirm it. Say, yes, I will have a year with a difference. I want to see in the comments, I will have a year with a difference. I will persevere. I will be intentional about transforming my life. And again, affirmations, it's like magic. It's food to your soul, it's food to your mind. When you affirm positivity, when you affirm the new identity, the more you say it, the more your mind will believe it. So we have run out of time for today, but I will finish off with saying this. Transforming your life, avoiding repetitive cycles, it is all about personal growth. It's all about personal development. It's all about the desire to transform your life. So I will say this as I say it. You've heard me so many times talking about your vision, right? The vision that you create for yourself, the vision that you create for your identity, the vision that you create for your career goals, the vision that you create for your life is going to be key to breaking the cycles, because you need to identify that this is what I have been doing, this is how I've been living life, and then write down and be clear on, this is what I want to live life like, this is the identity I want to have, and this is the life I want to live. Then it becomes a lot easier to manifest your transformation, because you can visually, tangibly see what you're working towards. As the example I like to give all the time, once you set your eyes on a particular car or on a particular bag, on a particular thing, you will start seeing and spotting that thing. Yeah, I have my eyes on a car and I keep seeing it all the time because it's on my vision board. So my brain will do the work to make that happen, because I'm intentional on achieving that particular goal. So thank you so much for tuning in. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe so that you can get notifications every time I upload a brand new video, and join the community. Get in the comments. Let's share ideas. Let's interact so that we can help each other to have a different type of year. Thank you so much for watching. This is Gladness Gatega. Superb to go through this transformational journey with you, because like I said, I am sharing this because I know doing this work works, because I have transformed my life in the last 4 years in an incredible way. And I did this through everything that I'm teaching you, doing the personal development work. Yeah, working on breaking cycles and creating a new vision for my life. So until next time, thank you for tuning in. Be sure to subscribe, hit the bell so that you are also notified when we have a brand new video. Have an awesome and amazing week. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye for now, and God bless. Bye.